Hey yo, E-King Fight News. Oleksandr Usyk has just signed with none other than Eddie Fast Car fucking Slick Hands. Fucking Matchroom Eddie Hearn. I'll just put it that way. Apparently he's gonna roll with the zone, or as some other folks call the Duck Zone. Hey, shout out to the whole LDBC, man. And Oleksandr Usyk, undisputed cruiserweight champion, by the way. I mean, he did come out the winner of the World Boxing Super Series. But you know what's funny? Is I think I told all you haters, I told you, Eddie Hearn, he ain't gonna be signing the top US fighters. He's gonna be signing up the top foreign fighters. The top Euro guys. Whoever comes out of this World Boxing Super Series, he's gonna be signing those guys up. Because they're unheralded. No one really knows them, but at the same time, he believes he can build these guys up into something that could be worth watching. And a shout out to 78. Eddie Hearn, I think he's intrigued with the idea of Usyk versus Bellew and potentially Usyk versus Joshua or Dillian White. But I don't see him throwing Dillian White in front of Oleksandr Usyk. I think he wants Usyk to come up and face Joshua because Eddie Hearn knows Joshua has a good chance of winning that fight. And on top of that, he's running out of legitimate opponents for Anthony Joshua. He had to do a deal with the Russians to satisfy the WBA mandatory. And look at what's going on now. I mean, does Eddie Hearn really want to match up Anthony Joshua with Jarrell Miller? Right? I mean, Jarrell Miller's only doing a 2-fight deal with the zone. He can be out real quick. By mid 2019, he could be done with Eddie Hearn, because he is clearly anyone with two eyes can see Eddie Hearn is not in no rush to make Jarrell Miller versus Anthony Joshua. And it's funny, Jarrell Miller's gonna get the runaround every time with Eddie Hearn. I don't see that fight on the horizon. I see that Dillian White fight on the horizon for April. And whether Dillian White may or may not fight Jarrell Miller, Anthony Joshua is running out of match. He's being forced into a rematch with Dillian White. If there's no other, say Eddie Hearn would say, "Oh, if I can't make the Wilder fight, I tried so hard to make the Wilder fight, but if they don't respond to us, and we can't make it, then Dillian White's the favorite." Like, he's already said this bullshit. So, I mean, it's clear as day what's going on here. And hey, shout out to Oleksandr Usyk. If he can make, millions more than he could normally make as the undisputed cruiserweight champion with whoever's promoting this guy, I think it's Sauerland, if I'm not mistaken, or it might be World of Boxing. It was the whole thing behind the Tony Bellew fight with Usyk is Usyk called out Bellew. He's the one that wanted the smoke with Tony Bellew. He picked that name as a name to fight. Tony Bellew's done nothing but respond and try to make that fight happen. According to him and according to Eddie Hearn, they want to make it happen at cruiserweight. And Eddie Hearn's just like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You fight him at heavyweight. You have the advantage." Tony Bellew's telling him, "No, I care about the legacy." Eddie Hearn's gonna talk him out of that bullshit. Eddie Hearn's gonna talk Usyk out of fighting Denis Lebedev, and Eddie Hearn's gonna talk Usyk into fighting, I think, Tony Bellew, and it may or may not be at heavyweight. I don't know if Tony Bellew's really gonna go down to cruiserweight That's not a smart move at all. I'll say it right now. That's not a smart move for Tony Bellew. And Eddie Hearn's going to talk him into fighting a heavyweight. And we're going to see what Usyk's really made of if they fight at heavyweight. Because Tony Bellew, the one thing you can't really take away from it, he can punch. He can punch. I'll give him that. And he knocked out David Haye twice, right? I mean, how many people have knocked out David Haye? I mean, David Haye, you know, he's ducked out of plenty of fights, but how many people have knocked this guy out? There were 2 solid victories for Bellew, even though David Haye is clearly past prime and injured in that second. Like, how the fuck did your knee blow out that quickly, man? The dude had to have a prior injury. Some shit, man. This is an old broken down man. Like, fucking shit. I mean, they really milked us with that second fight, man. Like, what UK fans, I streamed that shit, but they milked the hell out of my fucking general interest in that fight. Cause David Haye just looked like a old washed up guy, man. That's what he looked like in there. It's such a shame. Anyways, what do you guys think about the signing? I mean, Eddie Hearn, he's gonna build it up. You know, I mean, who else could he really be talking about when he was talking? Oh, we got a pound for pound top 5 fighter signing on. Like if you really thought about it, Usyk was already in negotiations to fight Tony Bellew, right? He was already in talks with Matchroom and whatnot. So, I mean, this comes to no surprise. Like, I'm not really surprised about this. I damn near predicted this shit. And you can check my videos on. Oh my god. I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna show you guys. I predicted this shit. E-King Fight News. Hey yo. Anyways. Couldn't find the video and the sound clip I was looking for, but it's all good. We get that work in, so I had to literally try and dig deep into my fucking stash of vids, man. But it is what it is. We'll find that audio at some point, but I'll tell you what. Eddie Hearn's gonna continue to do the same. We've seen it with him trying to. He tried to actively sign Dmitry Bivol. It just didn't really work out. It just didn't work out because I don't think an announcement or any back promotion or whatever came from the rumors of Dmitry Bivol signing. In fact, that's completely died down, and Dmitry Bivol's pretty much still with World of Boxing. Also, who has Eddie Hearn really signed up until now? This is probably, well, he's not even the biggest name in the U.S. that Eddie Hearn has. In my opinion, that's pretty much Jesse Vargas. Jesse Vargas. He's trying to build up Jesse Vargas. And this shit ain't gonna work out for Eddie Hearn, man. For real, it's not gonna work out. I mean, Andrade could easily lose to Billy Joe Saunders. Then who does he have to promote? Like Maurice Hooker? Maurice Hooker ain't shit when it comes to 140. Yeah, he beat up Terry Flanagan, but you put him in there against a real fucking killer, like a Regis Prograis. You put him in there, 140. Right now, it's a landmine division. I mean, it's there for the taking, and even the World Boxing Super Series, they have their own situation. They're supposed to have a tournament at 140. That's gonna be lit. So that's gonna completely overshadow whatever Eddie Hearn's doing with fucking Maurice Hooker. And like, who does he really have? So he's trying to get as many people as possible because he's committed himself to all these quote unquote dates that are soon to get postponed, that are soon to get reduced because he hasn't acquired the talent that could really push the zone on the US with these quote unquote dates. All these dates, these 16 I mean, maybe he could do the 16 cards. And maybe a lot of them are going to have Katie Taylor on it. So it is what it is, man. It just is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. Eat King Fight News. Eddie Hearn signs Usyk. What do you guys think about it, man? Peace.